Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. And of course, overall, swing structure was bearish, but for the past month, it's been consolidating back up in premium. Price reacting from this area of supply, which pushed prices down previously. It's acting as an area of resistance. That's what price is right now, starting to break down. With this being the area of support, this being the area of resistance, prices come back into this area of consolidation. So not really looking for anything, any type of buy or sell until it does break past this strong lower high. If this is the actual bullish push, and buyers are pushing this because it didn't break structure to the upside, push past this lower high, I'll be looking for any type of opportunity. Once momentum picks up to the upside, any type of retracement, and that would form the new range, bullish range. And I'll be anticipating prices to go higher. But right now, even though swing structure is bearish and fractal structure starting to break down, bearish back inside this range, and it may even form a lower high from this high internally, it's still right back inside this range. So I'm not a range trader. It's not a trending market, in my opinion, until it does break out past this lower high or does get out of this area of support and take out this liquidity sitting on these lows and starts to break past possibly this area of demand in order to continue taking prices lower, depending on how weak the US dollar gets. But like I said, right now, swing type of momentum to either break out or break past these lows, because right now we're still in this area of consolidation where price gets back into the consolidation, and we're still not in a trending market. GBP USD. Let's go map out the current range. And this is, well, overall bearish swing structure, but has been consolidating up into premium, with this being a resistance, this being support. It kind of swept this liquidity under these lows, but then wasn't able to push past this lower high, which formed this range. So now it's a double or a triple high. Continues to stop at this area of resistance, and now prices did start to break structure to the upside, but still, like I said, got stuck at this lower high. Now starting to break down, just like with Euro USD, starting to break down bearish. But overall, it's just still in this range. Like I said, with this being support, with this being resistance, waiting to see if there's any type of momentum that can push past this lower high, depending on, again, how weak the dollar is going to get. I'll be looking for any type of buying opportunity. If it's able to do that, look for any type of retracement and try to take it to higher prices. And as we're talking about the USD, the DXY has been also just consolidating, with this being resistance, with this being support. Of course, it did start to briefly, break down structure to the bear side, break down structure, take out some of these lows. Technically, this is like the lower high, but it's just overall in this consolidation range. So even if it does pick up, it would have to pick up, a lot of momentum to push down. This was more than it previously did, obviously, but still price came back into the range. So still break structure internally back into this overall consolidated range. So even if this does form a lower high and it starts to push down, then if it does get past some of these lows, I'll be looking for any type of bearish momentum to pick up in order to target the lows of the overall range. But right now, like I said, it's just still in this consolidated pattern. So waiting for a decision to be made. AUD USD. Let's go and map out the current range. And this has broken higher compared to our previous videos. Overall, tech is still was overall in this range, with this being support and this area being resistance. Price still technically is in that area. Did break out past the previous highs, so this is the current range. But of course, buyers stepping back in, consolidated, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Still kind of consolidating here at the highs of this overall range. But if momentum can pick up, I'll be looking at any opportunity. Once it does, looks like this is the still before the buy, the area of demand that's pushing prices higher. You can do that. I'll be looking for any opportunity to buy once it does retrace back, because it is breaking structure to the upside. Turner swing structure bullish. It's on the 4-hour chart. Turner structure bullish, and I need to check out some of these highs for the fractal structure to be bullish. But again, it still is technically in this area of resistance from this overall range. So just be cautious, but I'll be looking for any type of momentum to really pick up and take out the highs and make a real bullish push past this range. NZD USD. Let's go map out the current range, and this will normally go along with what AUD USD is doing. This overall structure is still swing structure bearish. The bulls push it back up into premium, got past this area of supply that pushed prices down, and then it's consolidating here. I don't expect this to continue, just like with AUD USD, possibly taking out the highs of this overall consolidative structure and take out the heights of the overall range and turn this bias bullish. But this is always a more bearish chart. So right now, looks like this is forming on a micro level resistance with support down here. If there is a bullish push, we're expecting it to go ahead and push past these highs and push past this area of supply. We have to watch out for GBP AUD. Let's go map out the current range. This has finally gone back down toward those lows of this overall range. I don't think it closed below it yet. No, but I was saying, obviously in previous videos, seller step back in from this lower high, from this high, and back down. I was saying yesterday, just be on the lookout for this area of demand, which pushed prices higher. Now we're in that area of demand, formed another lower high, broke structure to the downside right now. Swing structure bearish, internal structure bearish because it's forming lower highs. Now we're looking for fractal structure to break down. I don't think this low took out the lows. Yeah, I did take out the lows of the overall range of this previous low from back in July, but it did get past this area of demand. No real significant close under that, but I'll be looking for any type of momentum to pick up. If momentum picks up and starts to push down lower, I'll be looking for the opportunity to sell once it does have a retrace, and that will change our entire structure. But overall, with this chart, it's just been really consolidating, with this being resistance and this overall area where price is now being support. So just have to look for momentum to pick up. GBP NZD, let's go map out the current range. And overall swing structure bearish, but of course there was a bullish push. So last bullish push at this area of demand, and then seller step back in, make corrective push back down, with this being making lower highs. Of course, this area was consolidation with both the highs and the lows being swept, but really just reacting from this area of demand, which price is still in now, but it did break structure to the downside, obviously, but no real strong close under there, and price is still choppy, kind of consolidating under here. I want to see any type of momentum to pick up. There is still this gap from this impulse. The price can get past that, I'd expect it to start taking out some of these lows and start targeting this overall trend line, which GBP AUD had previously tapped into. But like I said, I'll be looking for any type of momentum to pick up, break structure to the downside, swing structure overall internally, swing structure overall bearish, internal structure bearish, because it's forming lower highs. Look for fractal structure to break down, but also momentum to pick up to the downside in order